Hey guys, I'm Matt. I go to MMHS. I'm gonna try and wrap up. I'm gonna try and get through this quickly because I know your parents are waiting. Give them 5 minutes, please. Um, First of all, I was born in a Christian home. My parents were, they loved the Lord. But the hard part was that my dad was a Marine. And for those of you who have military families, you know it's hard because you move a lot. Every 2 to 3 years, I'd have to go to a new school, new church, new friends, a new home, new place. It was horrible, and I was never really comfortable in the Lord. I was never really comfortable where I lived. I was honestly never really comfortable. And when I was young, I told myself, when I'm finally comfortable, I'm going to be comfortable in the Lord. I'm going to find the Lord. But until then, I'm going to wait for him to come to me. Um, One time, my dad came to me and he was like, "All right, son, we're moving to this town." And I was like, "What is it called?" He's like, "It's a strange town. It's called Murrieta, California." And I was like, "I don't want to go to this place. I mean, it sounds like a dump. I mean, I really didn't want to go there." Um, but when I came here, I honestly fell in love with Murrieta. I went to Calvary Chapel, um, and I went there for 2 years, and then I went to Mesa. While I was at Calvary, while I was at Calvary, I met a great group of guys, great friends. I found a great church. It was on. it was it was honestly a great experience, and I finally became comfortable. But you know what? I didn't feel the love of Jesus. I still did not feel the love of Jesus that I was always looking for. Um, Sophomore year, my dad picked me up from school one day, and he said, "We're getting a divorce, me and your mom." And I didn't really know how to react. I did as any kid would do, and I was kind of quiet at first, no tears. But I really didn't understand exactly what was happening. Um, it was pretty hard at first, but I got through it. Me and my mom moved out. We lived in Temecula. We moved out to Murrieta, and my dad was there all alone. But you know what? Even in the darkest things, there's still blessings. Because of this, I became super close to my father. Me and him never really had a great relationship because he was always at work. He was always on duty. He was always doing something. Uh, and we really became close, and it was great. And then he picked me up from my mom's house one day, and he said, "Hey, son, remember when you were little and you always asked about having a baby brother or baby?" I'm an only child, by the way. He said, "Remember when you always wanted a baby sister or a baby brother?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, well, you got one." So I was like, "Are you serious?" Um, it was crazy. I was on a flight from Colorado, and I came home, and I went to the hospital, and I tell you what, the second I saw the eyes of my baby sister, I honestly fell in love with her. At that moment, I knew in order for me to be strong, I need to keep her strong. I found the Lord. I found the Lord, and I did it because of her. I honestly did. Because when I looked in her eyes, I knew that she had to have a big brother that is going to show her the Lord and that's going to protect her. 2 months later, I walked into a United States Marine Corps recruiting station, and I signed my life away. Um, and once again, I did it all for her because I want her to grow up to know that she has a big brother that can protect her and that can show her the path to righteousness. I'm going to read my verse now. It's Proverbs 8:17. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently find me. What it's talking about is if you find Jesus, um, I'm sorry, you can't find Jesus when you're comfortable. You understand me? You need to. Normally, when you find Jesus, you're in a time of denial or a time of pain. That's when I found the Lord. I found the Lord I knew exactly what I had to do. It was all for Ellie. That is all for my baby sister. Um, and all I did my whole life was just wait till I was comfortable. I was gonna wait till I was comfortable. But you know what? It didn't work out that way. I was comfortable, and I still didn't feel the love of Jesus. I found the love of Jesus when I needed it for someone else. So I honestly, I mean, I wish that Ellie could. I'm sure I'm gonna show her this one day. I really hope that she understands that I love her and that I'll always be here for her as a big brother. Um, right now, I'd like to take a moment away from this. I like to um, point the attention on one of my many blessings. She continues to motivate me. She continues to strengthen me. She honestly makes me a better person every day. Courtney, can I ask you to come up here? Please? Courtney, I have a lot of regrets in my life, but I can honestly say that I have never regretted a moment I spent with you. And I was wondering if you wanted to go to prom with me.
Yes.